By now you already know how to create a schedule in Primavera Cloud and how to use different relationship and lead lag factor in your schedule. Finish, start, 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 and finish to finish with lead or lag. And now I want to show you how to define and assign resources into the activity that become a resource loaded schedule. How can we do that? First, we need to define what resources we are using. In the class, we show like mention, helper, etc. In the overall project, they also want to show how many people on the project side, etc. How can we load that kind of information into the project schedule? That is the purpose of this video. And with that, I add another column assign the workers into the activity we have. Mobilization, we need 2 workers. Site clearance, 4 workers. Excavation, 3 workers, etc. in the last column. So how we can do that in Primavera Cloud? So first, it's always we need to define the resource, right? In this case, the worker. So you go to with your schedule that you already created, and then you go to the resources with the people sign in there and resource list. Select that resource list and then leave the page. Say yes, it will leave in the page for you to define a resource. I have one helper there, but now I want to make a demonstration with the worker. So I can select add here, or you select action, import from Excel if you have that multiple resources. But in this class, in the project, you only use one resources, especially in the this demonstration. So you select add in, and it here, and I just say it worker, and maybe I say that is the worker 1 or resource number 1. Okay, worker 1, active, labor time, labor. If you have non-labor like equipment, or you have material like concrete, how many cubic yard, how many linear feet of ductwork in a mechanical system have to be installed per day, etc. So you can use different kind of resources. Don't need to be a labor. So that is type. And the 4 unit per time, and you see that it 100%. Why they use that? It may be like a worker, one worker, maybe 60% of time do tiling today, the other 40% will do the painting, for example. So those are the typical assignment. If you don't want to select the percentage like that, it look weird for the people. Why it have like one worker 100%, 2 worker 200%? It may not familiar with in our daily life. Then you can change your preference, how to demonstrate, how to show the values, including the percentage or decimal into your schedule. So with that one, you go to your the right. You see that your face here, the user drop down menus, and then you see the preferences. Select the preferences. Select preferences, and when the preferences show up, you can day format. Select what you want to show, day, month, year, or month, day, years in the US, or year, month, day. So you can select whatever you find out. Digits of the year, so you have 4 digits or not. Separator, time format if you need to show, or you show AM, PM, 24 hours, etc. Whether it's so minutes. So there are many. In this case, if you want to show whether you need decimal place or you have nothing, you can drop down to select. Okay, whether the display duration in day or hours. But this one, you see that units per time format. Currently, you see show percentage previously, Now you want to change that to unit per duration, so you can select as unit per duration instead of shows at percentage. So you can save that one and close. So now you see, refresh page, you say yes, it show from 100% to 1 per day. You see now it changed to 1 per day for the worker. And below, if you see that the general go up here, and it general, workers, type, active, and you can show the availability and rate. So money wise you can put in here, so that you say the maximum units per day, how many people you can worker per day. I can say, for example, 10 worker per day. That's what I have right now, right? 10 worker per day. Effective day, you can select effective days, what days will be effective in your time. Or you can add more, what effective day after, how many workers you can increase, etc., or reduce, depends on the availability. In this case, I say maximum I can allocate is 10 days for this project. So you're good for the defined resources, in this case worker. And then you go back to the schedule, select activity. And then you can go ahead to assign the worker to the activities based on here. We have A 2, 4, 3, 6, right? For each activity, 2, 4, 3, 6. Remember that? So we can go back to your schedule and keep assign mobilization. Here, assign, and instead of predecessor, we select resources and we select worker. And then assign. Okay, and now you select, previously we saw relationship, now we saw to resource assignment tab, and you see the worker here, and it say how many days, remaining units per days. So you can say that 2, right, because that we have assigned 2 workers for this activity mobilization per day. Similarly, we have 4, 3, 6 for site clearance, excavation, and link concrete. So we can do the same, site clearance, worker, assign. You see, select here in that worker. If you already in the resource assignment, you can select assign in here, or you can, the wheel there, you can assign. So assign, worker, assign, and 4 of them. We need 4 for site clearance, so put 4. And then you can move down to excavation. You assign, worker, assign, and we need 3 of them based on the problem. 3. And then you can link concrete, move to link concrete. You assign, worker, assign, and 6 of them for link concrete. And if you make a mistake, then you just get the wheel on the resource, and then you can delete, right? Delete, so that you can change that as well. And then rebar fabrication 456803, 456803. So make sure I remember that. Assign, worker, this is E4, rebar installation, assign 4, 5, do the same, 6, change the remaining unit, A, concrete placement worker, assign, and you do similar for another resources, you exactly the same. 8, assigned worker, 0, occurring is 0. Yeah. Oh, backfilling is 3. and then the concrete currents is 0. So worker, or you don't have to assign because they know nothing, so you have to 0 worker. I can change it to move up, so I can tell that is 1 0 8 0. Move up to the backfilling. So those are the workers you already assigned. And how can you know the resource look like? Then you select the, instead of activity detail, drop down menu, you select resource uses, the drop down here on the resource project uses. So you select project uses, then it will show you the resources. Helper, nothing show up, right? That availability, because I have not assigned yet, but I show the worker, the workers, and uncheck the helper. So it will be show you the people here, and with the time frame like this, difficult to see what is that about. So you can select the how you want to solve for the duration, the time frame. So in the layout, you see only the detail, the grid. You can select Gantt, so it will show you the layout of the project. Schedule there. And now you can select, now it's quarter and May, maybe it's too much. I can select month and week. It will show you the project, the people here. And if you want to show it by the, see the time scale here, right click, weekdays, it will show you the people.